Hello everyone and welcome to Welchys Wednesday Weekly. This is the show where we discuss the latest video game news, upcoming video game releases, and discuss your responses to my question of the week. This week we've got some interesting news, the first being Skyrim making yet another return, this time in the form of a 10th anniversary edition, and we're also going to be discussing the Halo Infinite delays, yet more delays to that game. Some housekeeping before we get into that and jump into the show. My Gears of War 2 co-op Let's Play with Scott is now fully uploaded onto both the Part-Time Gamers channel and Scott's YouTube channel. Included the deleted scene DLC, so you can binge watch that Let's Play if you want to watch Gears 2. If you've been watching it, then hopefully you've now caught up. Gears of War 3 will be coming later this week. That will start uploading. We've been playing that already on Twitch, but I'll be uploading this week onto YouTube. A reminder to follow us on Twitch, as Fipsy and I stream multiple times throughout the week, playing a variety of different games. I have Gears of War, Ghost of Tsushima at the moment. And finally, if you enjoyed this week's Welchys Wednesday Weekly, then please do leave it a like. Be sure to comment any feedback you have about the show, and of course your answers to the question of the week, and subscribe to the channel to see all of our uploads. Now, let's get into the news. Skyrim is back, yet again. I cannot believe this game has come back again. I'm reading this from Kat Bailey from IGN, who in a report says that Bethesda have announced that it's releasing the Elder Scrolls Skyrim for next-gen consoles, bringing with it various enhancements. Perhaps the biggest piece of news though with this announcement is that it's actually available for PlayStation 5. Now, in the wake of Bethesda's acquisition of Xbox, many Bethesda games are not going to be available to PlayStation owners. For example, Starfield has already been announced as being an Xbox exclusive title when that comes out. But Elder Scrolls Skyrim 10th year anniversary edition will be on the PlayStation, as well as obviously Xbox. The anniversary edition will include 10 years worth of content, plus some new features. One of these new features is a free fishing mechanic, and I'm not joking, that is one of the new features. I don't know if that's a big popular thing for Skyrim players. Plus, if you own Skyrim Special Edition already, there is an upgrade path to the Anniversary Edition, but this will not be free. So if you are mad about Skyrim and have wanted to play a new next-gen version of Skyrim, then you can do that later this year. I believe we have a release date, yeah, obviously the 11th of the 11th, just like it was released 10 years ago, 11/11/11, now it's going to be 11/11/21. Personally, for me, I am gobsmacked that they are, it's almost, I thought it was a joke when I first read this. We've had Skyrim on everything. I mean, we might as well get it on our fridges or our toasters by now. Like, name a console, name a device, name something, it is there. You can play this game in so many places. We've had enough Skyrim now. I don't think I'm the only one who thinks this. Bring us the new Skyrim. I don't care if it's just on Xbox or just PC, whatever. Just bring us the new one. No more Skyrim. But if you are one of those out there that are looking to play this again, or never played it for the first time, if you never played it, then yeah, be sure to jump in. But if you have played it, if you want to replay it, then by all means go and do it, but I'll be giving a hard miss on this one. In less shocking news, Halo Infinite will be released without campaign co-op or Forge at launch when it launches later this holiday season. Reading this from Matt Kim at IGN, his report says that 343 Industries have announced that it is delaying the campaign co-op and Forge for Halo Infinite until after launch, as the developers focus on getting the single-player campaign and multiplayer done in time for its holiday release. In an August video update from the official Halo YouTube channel, Halo Infinite head of creative Joseph Staten confirmed that neither campaign co-op nor Forge will be in Halo Infinite at launch. 343 confirmed that Halo Infinite is 100% committed to releasing this holiday season. Campaign co-op has been a fixture of the Halo franchise, being able to play through the single-player campaign with a friend. Meanwhile, Forge is a unique experience where players can design their own game modes by creating custom maps, rules, and more. Forge is where some of the most creative player-generated modes have come from, some of which have gone on to become official Halo Online modes. A quote from Joseph Staten said, "Unfortunately, as we focused the team for shutdown, and really focus on a quality experience for launch, We made the really tough decision to delay shipping campaign co-op for launch. And we also made the tough call to delay Shipping Forge past launch as well. Stetson confirmed that the team has taken a seasonal release schedule for the campaign, co-op and Forge. While Halo Infinite will launch with a single player mode and Season 1 of multiplayer, Stetson says that the team is aiming to release campaign co-op in Season 2 and Forge in Season 3. Now this is a not shocking news to me. I'm really happy and excited that they're completely committed to releasing the main package of Halo Infinite this year. I'm a little bit disappointed with the campaign co-op because Halo's the kind of game, I don't know if I'm going to touch nerves here, but I don't really care about the story of Halo. It's probably because I started with 3, never really cared about the story in 3. I just found it fun to play with friends at the campaign co-op without really thinking too much about what's actually going on. So if I was to play the Halo Infinite campaign, I was probably going to play it co-op. So I'll either wait or I'll dive into it single player. But Forge I'm not too bothered about because I'm not the most creative type, but I can see why people would be. But personally for me, I think the multiplayer is the key to Halo Infinite being successful. It does not matter how good this single player campaign is. If the multiplayer doesn't hit like people want it to hit, then Halo's going to struggle. And this is make or break for Halo in my opinion. They've had two bad games in a row. When I say bad, they're not bad games, but they didn't hit properly. They weren't as successful as previous Halo games. So Halo 4 and Halo 5, they need to really hit the mark here. And I think 343 know that, and I think that's why they're fully focused on making the multiplayer as perfect as they possibly can. And they're letting Forge and co-op campaign be sacrificed for that. So a little bit disappointing, and I can imagine that people were very disappointed, but I think in the long run, this is the best decision they could have made. I'd much rather this than them release a multiplayer or even the single player, which was not up to scratch. So not shocking, a little bit disappointing, but personally for me, I'm so excited for this now. Okay, before we move on to upcoming releases, I do want to revisit what I did last week and go into Welchy's highlights. Now, a game that I said was on the upcoming release schedule last week, that was 12 minutes, and I am happy to announce that I have played 12 minutes for longer than 12 minutes. I played about 3 hours roughly, and I've had a very good time so far. I know the online reception and reviews of the game have been very mixed. I've seen a lot of negativity around it, but there is some positivity as well. Personally, my experience has been very good. For those of you that maybe haven't watched my last videos or don't know what 12 minutes is, it's a time loop adventure game, almost like a point and click. You play as, can't even remember what your name is now in the game, but you play as the main protagonist, and your wife is in the apartment with you, and a cop comes who's played by Willem Dafoe. Oh, almost lost that then. And effectively he is accusing your wife of murder, and then things play out, and then something happens, you realise you're stuck in a time loop, and you keep repeating the same of 12 minutes over and over and over again. And the point of the game is to solve the clues so you can figure out why he's here, why he's accusing her of murder, did she accuse me of cause murder, blah 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 blah. My experience so far is really good. I was a bit worried that it would be almost too confusing or hard to grab the clues and know where to go. But I've been playing with my girlfriend watching, and it's been really fun trying to work out what's going on together. I don't know if just playing this on your own would be as fun, especially if you used to get stuck. It's good to bounce ideas off someone, I found. So we've both been enjoying that. And I'm looking forward to playing more. The controls, I'm playing on Xbox, the controls are very poor. It's not been designed for a controller, it's been designed for PC, keyboard and mouse. So if you have the choice, do play on PC. I don't have the choice, I'm playing on an Xbox. But I'm having a great time. Once you get used to the controls and look past the controls, I'm having a lot of fun, and I definitely want to beat this game. So I'll be playing more. I've been playing, like I said last week, I've been playing a bit more of Hades, a lot more of Splitgate. I'm still loving Splitgate. And of course, we've been playing the Gears of War 3 campaign co-op with Scott. So yeah, been having a lot of fun with games, but talking about upcoming games. This week, I'm actually going to talk about a game that's come out yesterday by the time you watch this, because it was Aliens Fireteam Elite, which came out now Tuesday the 24th of August, but still in this week. It came out for PlayStation, Xbox and PC. This looks really fun. It's like a horde shooter. I think it's teams of 3, and you basically try and survive on an onslaught of aliens attacking you from the Alien film franchise. Looks really fun. A lot of games like this coming out this year. You got this, Back 4 Blood, Rainbow Six Extraction. So it's got a lot to compete with. I think this is probably going to be the least successful of the 3. But if you're looking for something which is just away from the kind of standard zombies, which Back 4 Blood is and Left 4 Dead was, this could be right up your street. It looks really cool. I haven't got it, and I'm gonna wait a good while before I try it if I do. But it looks fun if it's something that you're looking for. Next on the list is one that I am super excited for now, and that is Psychonauts 2. Psychonauts 2 comes out Wednesday the 25th of August, so as this is Welchys Wednesday Weekly, it comes out today if you're watching this as this video drops. It's coming out for PS4, Xbox One and PC. Obviously it will be playable on PS5 and Xbox Series X, whatever. And yeah, I've not played the original Psychonauts, but I am super excited for this one because it's been reviewed so well. I think it's averaging an 88 on OpenCritic and like an 87 on Metacritic as I last looked. And from what I've listened to on podcasts and what I've read, it sounds very good. It sounds like a very good platformer. Really excited to try it out. Apparently you don't need to play the first one. It's got like the standard like intro video of what's happened before. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to trying this one out. It's on Game Pass, so I'll be picking this one up this week at some point. It'll probably be part of my Welchys highlights next week, as long as it's half decent. So yeah, really looking forward to this one. If you've got Game Pass, I mean, you might as well try it out. It's free. If I didn't have an Xbox, I probably wouldn't be picking it up for a while, just because I have no real desire to really play it. But because it's free on Game Pass, I'm going to try it out. Yeah, this looks cool, and I think we should all give it a go and support the guys at Double Fine who have put a lot of work into this. 16 years since the original. So let's see how good it is. Okay, moving on to next week. I only have one game to highlight because it's looking like a pretty boring week next week, I cannot lie. Nothing really taking my interest. I don't want to just give you guys a load of random games that I'm not interested in because I've got nothing to say about them. There's not much point. There might be some games there that you're looking forward to, but for me, there's nothing there at all. Apart from one game that is coming out next week, which has technically already been out, but it's The Medium. The Medium is coming to PlayStation 5 next week, Friday the 3rd of September. This is a game that came out on Xbox Series X and S in either the end of January or beginning, middle of February. It was around February time, I think, or end of January. Not a massive critical success, not the biggest success Xbox has ever had by any means, but it's a horror game. It looks cool. It's got the whole side by side, 2 different dimensions kind of thing, like the spirit world and the normal world, and you kind of use it as a puzzle. It looks really interesting. I did try a little bit out on Xbox through the xCloud system, but haven't jumped back into it because the cloud's good, but it's not perfect. But anyway, in terms of the Medium, it looks really cool. I won't be picking this up, but I can imagine quite a few people, horror fans in particular, will be picking up the Medium next week. Yeah, and if you are, it's coming out Friday the 3rd of September. Okay, so moving on to question of the week, and it appears that I asked quite a difficult question last week. Maybe not a difficult, but almost a silly question, I guess you could say. If you didn't watch last week's episode, I did ask, what is your game of the year for 2021 so far? Now, I haven't got any comments to discuss because there were none, but having also asked this on Twitter and Instagram and stuff and just chatting to people, everyone has basically said there hasn't been much this year, and there's a lot of people that haven't even played games from this year. There's a lot of people that are just sticking to the older stuff, the 2020 stuff. People still playing Call of Duty Warzone, whatever. There's not been that many huge games. I mean, for me, as I said last week, it was Resident Evil Village. Other great games this year have been Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. 12 Minutes is out now. You've got Psychonauts 2 just come out, but obviously no one's going to call that game of the year yet. Maybe it will be. I think Hitman 3 came out this year. There's been games, but nothing. There's not been the games that everyone's been playing. So yeah, nothing to discuss there this week. But I've got a new question for this week, and that is, with the Medium coming to PS5 next week, having been an Xbox exclusive, not for long, but it was an Xbox exclusive for a little while. I want to know, what exclusive title would you like to see come to its rival platform? Now, to give you some examples and to give my answers, I've got two. So mine would be, I would love to see Halo come to PlayStation. The main reason being is that I feel like PlayStation, for all of their incredible exclusive games, the main reason I love PlayStation, they're lacking a first-person shooter exclusive, like a real solid first-person shooter. They had Killzone, but that's kind of died out now. As much as I loved Killzone, don't get me wrong, but I feel like Halo could be the first. I mean, I know it's been very successful on Xbox, but I could feel like it could be really big for PlayStation and for Halo if it was to come over. It would never happen, I know, but I feel like that's all Halo I miss. All PlayStation are missing is that like exclusive shooter. I know you can play Apex or Call of Duty or whatever, or Splitgate, but as an exclusive title, I think Halo would do very well, and do very well for PlayStation, which is why Xbox are going to hold on to it forever, and they'll probably do well with it this year. The other way I would go is I would take the Order 1886 to Xbox. That's a PlayStation exclusive that I would take to Xbox. This is one that I really think should happen, or should have happened, and that is because this game didn't perform as well as I hoped, and I think it deserved to perform on PlayStation. I was a very big fan of the Order 1886. I loved it. Great game, platinumed it and the lot. It didn't get the critical success or the sales success that I think it deserved, and I think it would have really benefited from being on Game Pass. Something like Game Pass. I know it's probably been on PlayStation Plus or something, but Game Pass is so popular now. If this was to have been on that, more people would have played it. More people would have loved it. I mean, don't get me wrong, there probably are people that don't like the game. It's not the best game in the world. It's short, but it was almost the perfect Game Pass game. It would have been the perfect Game Pass game, and I think it would have led to more games coming out in that world. And I think it's a shame that we're not going to get that. It's just never going to happen now. But I think that is one of the games I would have taken over from PlayStation to Xbox. It would not that it would have benefited Xbox massively, because it's not the biggest game in the world. Like Halo would have been massive for PlayStation. But I think for that game and for that company, that would have been big to have been on something like Game Pass. So they're my two options. You can give me as many as you want. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what exclusive titles from even the Nintendo Switch, if you want, or even PC, if there's, I don't know, I can't think of any. League of Legends, is that a PC exclusive? I'm not a PC gamer. That you would like to see come to console, or swapping consoles. Like, would you like to see Super Mario on Xbox, something like that? Let me know in the comments what you would like to see come over. Give me your reasons as well, and I'll discuss them in the next video. Okay, thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Welchys Wednesday Weekly. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do leave a like. Leave a comment down below, give me any feedback you can about the show, and of course reply to the question of the week: what exclusive title would you like to see come to an opposite platform? And also subscribe if you want to see more Welchys Wednesday Weekly and all of our other uploads that go up, including our upcoming Gears of War 3 co-op Let's Play. Loads of other videos coming up too to look forward to. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you again next week.